Welcome back to the Sunday Game Live. Half-time in the Leinster hurling final. Kilkenny leading Galway 1 goal and 8 points to 1 goal and 5. Sir Var, Tomas McCahey and Gerlach Nan here with me in the studio. 3 points in it. It's not a lot, Tomas.
No, it's not a lot, and I think Galway will be very happy defensively. I mean, I mentioned maybe that there was opportunities there for Kilkenny, and they did get the 1 goal chance. But credit to them, every time Kilkenny men has got the ball, they've put them under pressure. They've made it difficult to get to strike, and and you've seen a lot of Kilkenny boys because they are under pressure. Certainly midfield, they struggled a bit, Galway, in the middle of the park, and he has made that change. And in defence, I just think Andy Smith, he's playing very, very deep. He's playing off Tommy Walsh, but the reality is when he does get possession, he just has to take that extra second to look up, because he's got to give proper ball inside to the inside line. No point having Damien Hayes inside there and you're launching high balls in on top of him and stuff like that. The one strength that Galway have with Damien Hayes, the full forward, is ball down in front of him or ball into open space, and he has the legs, no doubt, on all Hickey.
Galway doing fine in defence, but up in their own attack, they're not getting as much of the star man there, Joe Canning. We haven't seen too much of him.
Well, we haven't seen much of Joe, but there's a reason for that, Michael. You have to look at this game tactically, what Galway have done tactically, and it's very, very clever, because they've looked at the Dublin game. They saw JJ and Tommy coming in behind the full back line. That has not happened today, because the 2 wing forwards are staying away out. There's because of Andy Smith and Angus Cannon, that's staying away out. Now, as well as that, Tanyan is drifting in behind Tommy Welsh as well, so Tommy can't go back. So their best chance now, Tomas is dead right here. When Cannon gets the ball, he should deliver it a lot faster and lower towards Damien Hayes. There's only 2 on the full forward line. Damien has the run on Hickey. Every ball they come in, Hickey is either to foul him or Hayes round him, he scored the goal. So really, tactically, Galway have got it right.
They have.
And Kilkenny are a bit rattled, because they're missing easy catches. They've had a lot of wides. It's not the Kilkenny we've known of old, because of the pressure that Galway put on.
Having said that, Tomas, praise the Galway defence, but Shefflin just sneaked in behind them.
Well, I mean, that's probably what Brian Cody was to do in the first half. You're seeing a lot of long deliveries out of the Kilkenny defence, and here Richie Power going up, and the old will-o'-the-wisp himself, Shefflin, waiting for the breaking ball inside. And this is the game that he plays, Michael. He's playing a corner forward, but he's drifting in behind the corner back, he's drifting in behind the full back, and I think that's great reading of a game, great presence from Shefflin, and that's a difficult angle, and it's a great shot and a great score. And you would have said that they would have moved on from there.
You would. Sir Farrell, definitely Galway needed something at that stage, and there wasn't too much happening up in the attack, but then they got the 1 ball, the kind of ball they were trying to play into Hayes, and a bit of a scramble, but it got there.
They got a goal that you think they wouldn't get at the backs. Now here it is, Ger Farrell comes in, a good high ball coming in. Now, I thought, we all felt that we were going to clear it here. There's a hesitancy here. Ryan comes out to the next thing, it's in the back of the net. Now all the backs, PG Ryan included, they all hesitate, left it to another. You'd imagine it went through his legs into the back of the net. It's a goal, it's a kind of a lucky goal, but it all counts and the green flag goes up, and it's a goal that put Galway right back in it. If that goal didn't come, Kilkenny probably cruise control, but after that, Galway right back in the game.
What you see there, though, you see, that's exactly what we're talking about. You see there, the fast ball from Ger Farrell into the edge of the square. 2 backs against 2 forwards, they have a great chance.
Well, I was just going to say that, Ger, because the odd time they did that, it caused a bit of consternation. Now, there was another goal chance from Galway just shortly before that, from the same type of setup.
We were saying that before the game. That is the tactic to try and beat the Kilkenny defence. Get it in before the half-backs have time to recover. PJ Ryan, it's a bit dodgy today. He's not as sure as he usually is. And there was a great chance there as well.
I think the crucial thing there, and Serla alluded to it as well, there is a hesitancy inside in that full back line to actually go and attack the ball. They seem to be waiting for somebody else to come in and pick it up. Maybe they're looking for a Tommy Welsh.
The cover isn't behind us.
It isn't there, They haven't gone to attack it.
Against the breeze, you'll probably find that they'll play better against it, because they'll be forced back in. Galway can't afford to have the wing forwards 30 yards, way out. They'll have to win them up.
Same time, Sally, it just shows you, if we drag out those 2 full backs, if we drag them out, play the ball in fast, get them facing their own goal, nobody behind them, they're very, very vulnerable to giving away goals.
The one thing that we did see occasionally in that first half, though, is we all know very well, if you give Kilkenny an opportunity to show their class, they will do it and take their points.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a lot of wides, but look, again, they've got some great scores as well. And this is great play again. I mean, look, there's a block down there, and it's just awareness, the hand pass out, and there you have Shefflin again himself, right? And they keep on to possession, they don't get rid of it just for the sake of getting rid of it, and that's a great point by TJ Reid, and they need to do more of that, right? You've seen that so many times in the past, that are so comfortable on it. When they're under pressure, they don't throw up to get rid of it, they try and find a man, there's somebody coming loose. And look at this, is from a puck out. There's a great catch by Owen Larkin again, and the hand pass inside, and I think this Michael Rice in midfield has been outstanding in the first half period. He's got 2 points from midfield, he's read everything, the half forwards winning possession, and he's made his burst from the midfield gap to take the hand pass and get a great score. So I think he's been the trump card for Kilkenny in that first half.
Alright, Tom, time for another break. See you back here at Croke Park in just a few minutes. Now, the Sunday Game Evening Edition is back in its more regular spot this evening on RTE2 television. Des Cahill and his guests will be along to take you through the weekend's main action, including this afternoon's Munster football final, and all that is coming up at 9:30. But for the moment, we're concentrating on the Leinster hurling final here at Croke Park. Kilkenny leading Galway at half-time. 1 goal and 8 points to 1 goal and 5. Just the 3 points in it. And the thing about it is, sir, you know, we were looking at some classic Kilkenny points there before the break, but they've also uncharacteristically missed things they normally get.
Yeah, Michael, they've had so much play in the first half. Brian Cody be wondering how the hell they're not up more than 3 points. Like here again, Rice in midfield. Now these are shots usually with Kilkenny sharp who go over the bar. Henry here wide again. Like they had a lot of wide. Like they were under pressure, but yet usually Kilkenny get these. This is a good long ball coming in. Again, none of these. This is going to sail wide again. Like and a few more come in high, and the full forward are just there to catch them. Like usually Kilkenny, Eddie Brennan dropping short. That happened a few times. Like you know, usually they would put these over the bar. Now this is uncharacteristic from Tommy Welch. Nice flick out. Usually it floats over the bar, floats it up lovely. It's gone wide. So they've kept going. They could be 8 or 9 points up, but in actual fact they're only 3. Like, and now they have it all to do against a strong breeze.
Not as sharp as they normally are.
No, and I mean that you take 5 shots there like that. Normally you get 4 out of 5, maybe 3 out of 5, and that's your 6 or 7 point lead at half time, and that hasn't happened.
Which is still, Mike, it's very like the game against Dublin 2 weeks ago. They had these wides, they found it hard to open a gap in Dublin. They were 3 or 4 points up at half time. They ended up with 4-19 and won by 19 points. So the game only starts now.
We were saying in the break here, we haven't seen too much of Eddie Brennan in the first half. Sure, Eddie could come out and score 2 goals.
Well, that's the whole thing. They'll probably start moving the forwards around.
Yes.
When things are working, they start moving around.
They are upset. Like Galway aren't Dublin. Like Galway will fancy themselves now at half time. There's no doubt about that. They're in that dressing room. They will feel more confident than ever, and they will feel like, look, the game is here to be won. We can make history, win our first Leinster title ever, and they'll go for broke and have it all to play for.
Kilkenny just have a goal chance in that first half, sure.
They did, not alone 1 goal chance, but I suppose a few missed catches, which is so characteristic for Kilkenny as well. A great ball in here. You know, Richie Power, you know, the skill he had, the level of skill, the pass, just a little bit too far, and Larkin just flicks it into the corner of the net, but unfortunately for him, it just goes outside the post. A bit casual, you know, not something you usually saw with Kilkenny, isn't it?
But I mean,
it's not the same fire or the same killer instinct in them. You know, they're missing that so far. They were missing it against Dublin. They're up against a much better team today, way better defence. And, you know, Brian Cody will be worried enough now at half-time, and Galway, as Cyril said, they will be buoyed at half-time, and the first 10 minutes of this second half now will be helpful leather.
It will, but the one other thing about it is, I mean, we know what Kilkenny can do, and okay, the last day against Dublin, they did what they had to do. They've now had 35 minutes of hurling against Galway to shake off the cobwebs, so I wouldn't be too sure about Galway's status just yet.
Yeah, but I mean, they've shown so many times in the past, Michael, they don't panic, right? And you know, there'll be a lot of harsh words maybe in the dressing room at half time as well, but the key for Galway is to keep themselves plugging away, get them back to a point, get level. And the key here is the last 10 minutes. We all know championship, when it comes down to it, is the last 10 minutes. And if Galway are in the game and they have the ambition and to drive to win it, they can do so. But again, right, I mean, I would see Kilkenny coming out, maybe a few changes in the second half. Eddie Brennan, we mentioned about Eddie Brennan. Eddie Brennan might get 5-10 minutes of the second half to deliver at centre forward. If he doesn't, there will be changes. Somebody else will come into the fray.
No changes so far, sir, on that Kilkenny team, waiting for Galway to come out. From Galway's point of view, I don't want to overemphasise the breeze, but there is a bit of a breeze there. So Galway have to think about that in terms of the way they approach the second half.
Yeah, and Owen Lynch came on midfield there now, and he was needed because you know, young Cullen was back from a bad knee injury, just wasn't at the pace of the game. They need to get to grips with midfield, because definitely Rice and Finlay are on top midfield. Now if they do, I see Galway with a great chance of winning this game, because they're never going to be in a better position. They're against a strong breeze, they're 3 points behind. They've had 3 championship games now. Against Offaly the last day, they were up 8 at half time with a strong breeze in the second half and fell away. I would say that they have this rectified in training, and I expect Galway to shove on, and they should win this game.
Yeah. Okay, I think Galway are about to come back. Question, last one to Ger very quickly. Can Galway do it?
Well, definitely, if they keep up the work rate that they have for the first half, they have a great chance of doing it. But as you know with Kilkenny, the constant physical tackles, they wear you down. And have Galway the physical fitness and the mental toughness to last it when the game really starts in the last 10-15 minutes.
Ready to go over the second half before 31,000 people, time to head back to the commentary box and rejoin Ger Canning and Donald O'Grady.